for you, right? Do you think that the youths are actually serious about leadership positions? Because what people say, and I'm not saying leadership positions in school, so let's talk about politics, right? Political participation, governance. Because some persons feel like, even when it comes to time of election, you see the youths online saying, oh, vote for this person, vote for this person. But when it comes to participation, actually voting, some of them stay away, right? And so are you actually ready, right? And, that's one step to show that, yes, this is who we want. This is the person that we're actually, putting in there. And when it comes to unity as well, do you think that students, youths, if, we'll put it that way, let's just talk about youths, they are united enough to shape a new political culture? Because we continue to complain about, maybe the older generations, they're not doing enough. But do you think if they're actually giving these positions in government, political participation, they'll be able to actually change something or, make things positive at the end of the day? Or you think at the end of the day, we'll still go back to the same thing that we're talking about, the older generation?
All of these things are entangled into the other. First of all, what do we actually call youths? Who are the people we address as youths? Because now I hear people say we have youth holding the certain position, and I look for the person's age and I'm seeing age 55, 56 or 60, and that is youth. So first of all, what exactly are we saying is youth? If we are talking about youth in politics, we are talking about the younger generation like ourselves. And if I'm going to be very honest, young people are active online and on the streets, but they are not really involved in leadership decisions. Why is this so? Because a lot of controversies are surrounding whatever has to pertain with politics. And there are a lot of influential decisions. As a youth, I may want to go for A because I know A is right. But because maybe my oga or somebody that maybe follows me tells me, blessing, just go for C, nothing will happen. I would, because he has influenced my decision, I would deviate from A to C. So like I said, it is very, it's surrounded by a lot of controversies. So yet we have numbers, we have energies, we have innovations to change this. So honestly, if you ask me, youths are still sidelined in governance. We are vocal, we care. But when it comes to decision making, we are not always given a seat in the table. Most times, although sometimes it happens, because most of these people feel like, what does the youth have to say? Now, if you ask how many youth are in a particular political setting, actual youths, you may not be able to find up to 3 there. You would see all these old people that are supposed. There are some certain positions that are held even in the student field or maybe politically, that a young and vibrant person is supposed to be holding that position, and you hear that somebody of 45 years old is holding that position. How then do you expect something to come out from that position? So when we are talking about it boils down to start from what exactly is youth. So youth involvement should not be for photo ops or campaign sessions. It should be constant. People only call the youth when they want campaign. I want to, let's say, for instance, I'm holding a very high rank position, maybe somewhere politically in the nation, and I want the youth. I'm wanting the youth most times, please, I stand to be corrected, but most times I'm wanting the youth for campaign sessions only. But whatever influence decision making, their youths are mostly sidelined. The only thing needed from the youths are results. How can this person emerge? Who can you talk to? How can you gather how can you form a structure? How can you gather 20 people to ensure that this person, that is it. But decision making, letting the youth bring in their critical thoughts is not always acceptable.
Okay.
Because
all right, but let me interrupt you there. So who do you think is at fault in this? You say, okay, they want to participate, but they are not allowed to participate. Do you think the youths are ready to participate? And when you talk about political parties, do you see them registered? Because, when you say, okay, you want to be, because not everything is about appointment, right? It's also just like, running for elective positions in the university. You start to campaign, you do all of those things. So when it comes to, political parties, are these youths a member of political parties to know that, okay, from here, I'll start contesting, I'll keep trying, I get my name known so that okay, maybe government on their own part, the leaders can say, okay, we can even appoint you to this position or not? Or do you think the government, they are not just even interested? And so when we talk about youth, right, the Minister of Youth, he's 36, so maybe we still say he's a youth. And that's why when Abdusalam said, I said Anato Musawa is 50. And so if we look at the National Youth Policy 2019, you're called a youth if you're 18 to 29. For INEC, they do 18 to 35, and I think there's that of the African Youth Charter, which is 18 to 35. This is what should be called youth, but sometimes they still say the ones at 40 are youth. So do you think the problem is with the youths themselves trying to get into the position, trying to get ready, prepare for them for these positions, or it's about the government not actually caring and carrying the youths along?
Vice versa, ma. It's coming from the two parties.
Okay.
If you ask me, because most times the youths themselves don't want to actually get to that point. All they want to do is to participate where they can and then drop the mic and leave the stage. Now, on the other hand, with the government, sometimes they maybe don't give room to some youths because they feel like they don't have what it takes to bring to the table yet because of their level of experience.
Catch the full conversation on RadioNow Studio on YouTube.